couple days ago, you know, there was a few days ago now, there was that woman, Jean Carroll, the New York Advice columnist, who accused Trump of raping her 23 years ago in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room. And we saw that interview that she did with Alison Camerata, and it was really weird, and it wasn't terribly credible, and the story was falling apart. So she did another interview. She did an interview on MSNBC, and she was discussing what she should have done in that moment, what was going through her mind, what she could have changed about that moment. You know, not going in, not being raped by Donald Trump, not coming out with this before 23 years later. Do you know what she says she would have done if she could change anything about the event? While Donald Trump was in the room with her, about to rape her, she would have asked for his tax returns.
So Lawrence, I wish I had said, I'll tell you my age if you show me your tax returns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have been helpful now.
Well.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a little odd, isn't it? So she has these lines. She keeps evading the question and saying all these crazy things. She then says it wasn't rape. So she's saying, but before she was referring to this as rape, and this was her rape in there. Now she's avoided those direct questions when she's done these interviews. Now she's saying it wasn't rape. And she explains why it wasn't rape in an interview on CNN with Anderson Cooper.
It did not last long. And that's why I don't use the word you just used. I use the word fight.
You don't use the word rape?
Sexual violence is in every country, in every strata of society, and I just feel that so many women are undergoing sexual violence. Mine was short. I got out. I'm happy now. I'm moving on. And I think of all the women who are enduring constant sexual violence. So this one instant, this one, 3 minutes in this little dressing room, I just say it's a fight. That way I'm not the victim.
Okay, we'll hold it there for just a second. She says she's not using the word rape because she doesn't want to offend less fortunate women who are raped. That doesn't make any sense. Just because you are relatively better off than someone else doesn't mean that a crime can't be committed against you. When a rich guy gets burglarized, he doesn't refuse to call the police or say he wasn't burglarized because poor people are also burglarized. So when women experience rape, but they're sort of relatively wealthier or better known or better off, it's still rape. It's not rape because some poor woman also can be raped. Now, the reason she's not trying not to use the term rape, I suspect, is because she wasn't raped by Donald Trump, because her story is completely falling apart. But the interview then takes the craziest turn of all when she tells Anderson Cooper, that another reason that she won't refer to the event that took place as rape is because rape is sexy.
You don't feel like a victim?
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt. It just, you know.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy. Mm.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
Mm. We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
Oh, man, that does not look great. We'll take a quick break. Please cut the cameras. So now this woman has no credibility. The left is saying, well, forget about her, but think of all the other women who have accused Trump. We're told a lot of women have accused Trump. I haven't seen a lot of them, but we're told that all these women accused Trump of rape. Even on the right, even David French said this. He said, look, when this first came out and he believed her, before he saw the video, I suspect, he said, look at this. We have to come to grips with the fact that President Trump is very likely a rapist. No, we don't. Well, they're credible accusations. Oh, are they credible? Is that woman credible? If all the women are as credible as that woman, then none of the accusations are credible at all. Then there's no reason to believe them. This is the same line the left always uses. They say, well, forget about this particular claim. Whenever their hysterical claims get disproven by the facts, they say, well, forget about this one instance. Okay, maybe that one wasn't true, but it gets to a greater truth. Okay, if it gets to a greater truth, show me then actual examples of it. Well, no, we can't show you these. But just know, 5 million women accuse Trump of rape. So look, one of them has to be right? One of them has to be telling the truth. No, they could all be lying. Or you could, actually more likely, you could be lying even in your presentation of that narrative. This woman is the most she's the most prominent woman so far to come out and accuse President Trump of raping her. Her story has no credibility. Now, this is about the narrative. This is about the left pushing their narrative and us trying to refute it with facts.